everybody, it's Katie, the Celestial Homebody, and welcome to another week of my shenanigans. And I'm gonna be real with you guys. I have been severely procrastinating sitting down and filming this video today for you because my dad and stepmom Elaine have been here visiting, which has been amazing. It's been so good to see them and for them to spend time with Celeste. And we went out to dinner and everything. They left this morning, but my social battery needs to recharge for a solid 48 hours. And I kind of want to do nothing except for veg out on the couch and play my Nintendo Switch 2. By the way, side note, today is going to be filled with side notes and small tangents because I feel like I have a lot to tell you. But the first side note is that if you are a member, I posted last Friday a members only video, the first one here on the channel. It's an hour-long unedited life vlog where Ryan and I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go try to get the Switch 2. We do get one, spoiler alert, but then we unbox it, and then Ryan and I play Mario Kart. So that is on the channel if you are a member. Now, I know some of you are going to be really upset at me that I locked that content behind members only. Let me tell you why I had to do that. I learned this the hard way. So YouTube algorithm, for whatever reason, punishes creators like myself if you have a video that does not perform well. If a video that you post is 10 out of 10 on your dashboard, that means out of the last 10 videos that you posted, it is performing the worst. If it is number 9 or number 10 of your ranking, that means that for whatever reason, the algorithm punishes you and will not show your new videos to new people. It also sometimes means that it does not alert you guys when I post, even if you do have notifications turned on. And I hate that it works that way, but I learned this the hard way because a few weeks ago when I posted my draw with me, which was, in my mind, that was crochet market content because I was making my price signs for crochet markets that a lot of you guys asked about, but for whatever reason, people did not want to see that video. It performed very poorly. It was 10 out of 10. And then for the next couple of videos, you guys were letting me know that you weren't being notified when I was posting. I even had a few of you reach out to me on Instagram and be like, hey, are you okay? I haven't seen you post in a few weeks. And I was like, yeah, I've been posting every Monday like I always do. And the algorithm just was not pushing my content to you guys. So all of that being said, because I know that most of you guys are here for the crochet content, if I were to post something like that, where, you know, it's like a lifestyle vlog, not really a lifestyle, but it's just like a fun, unedited, unfiltered Katie going to pick up this gaming console and play this gaming console with her husband, I knew that that would not perform well on the channel overall. And then I would have to go through that cycle of being punished by the algorithm again, and then having to work really hard to like get my videos out there to people again. So that was a long-winded way of saying I'm sorry that it has to be locked behind memberships, but it is $2.99 a month, which is cheaper than every other streaming service. So if you would like to become a member and join the Cosmic Couch Club, the couch is always open. And I guess right now we'll start off the video by thanking the members of the Cosmic Couch Club. You guys are the brightest stars in this tiny constellation. Thank you so much for your support as always. And because I got so much amazing feedback from the members on that video, I have decided this is going to benefit you, everybody, even if you're not a member, so don't fast forward. This upcoming Sunday, if you're watching this on Monday, the day that it releases, this upcoming Sunday, June, I should probably check the date, hang on. At 5 p.m. EST, I am going to be live streaming, but we're not doing crochet content on this live stream. Ryan and I are going to be playing the new Mario Kart together. So if you're just looking for something to do on a Sunday night and just want to hang out with us, maybe if there's enough people who also have the game and you guys want to do, like, all play together, we can do that. I will have a crochet live stream coming up sometime. I don't know exactly when yet. We might actually do that for my birthday stream. Okay, hang on. I'm all over the place today. I'm getting ahead of myself. This Sunday, 5 p.m., Ryan and I are going to be playing Mario Kart. I hope that you can be there just to hang out with us. But I have a couple of dates for you if you want to put them on your calendar of live streams that we have coming up within the next 2 months. So Friday is the first one. Then on July 5th, we are going to be live streaming at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, EST. And for that live stream, I'm going to be opening all of the granny squares and tapestry squares that you guys have sent me for our community tapestry project. And I am so hyped for that one. So especially if you are sending me a square for that, be sure to mark it on your calendar so that you can be there. I am so excited, but I won't be doing any physical crocheting on that stream, but it will be more crochet related. And then the other live stream that we have on the calendar, I have yet to tell you guys about. And right now I want to take the opportunity to invite you to my 30th birthday party. Yeah, I don't really have any IRL friends, so I'm going to invite all of you guys to my birthday party live stream. So it's not going to be on my actual birthday. My actual birthday is July 28th, but that is a weeknight, and we are going to be having a sleepover. So Saturday 26th at 6 p.m., we are going to be starting my birthday party live, and that is going to be a super duper fun stream. We're going to be doing everything under the sun. I don't know if it's going to go all night long, but I want it to be like a sleepover vibe. So Ryan and I will probably order pizza. We will do some crochet. We'll do some chat. Maybe we'll play some games with the chat. Like we can play Truth or Dare. We'll be doing just fun birthday party games. If you would like to send me a birthday card, by the way, I'll put my P.O. box up on the screen. Please don't send me any gifts. But if you'd like to send me a card or put a card in with the square that you're sending me, you're welcome to do that. And I will open all of your guys' birthday cards on that stream as well. Maybe we will take out the Switch and we'll play some games together. It's just going to be a fun stream. Of course, there's going to be cake and I'll blow out the candles. I think that will be a fun way for me to spend my birthday with all of my online friends, which is you right now watching this. So here are the Celestial Homebody live dates on the screen right now. Put them on your calendar, take note of the time, and make sure that you're aware that it's in Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully this isn't too late for all of you UK and Europe people. I think you guys in the UK are 5 hours ahead of us here on the East Coast, USA. So this upcoming Sunday stream is at 5 our time. It hopefully shouldn't be too late for you at 10 p.m. It is on a school night, as I say. Well, for most people, a work night, because school's out for summer. So yeah, I hope to see you guys there. All right, so I have some yarn hauls to show you guys today. So I placed 2 yarn orders. I placed an Elise Velluto order, which is this one right here. This one always looks like a brick of cocaine. Not that I know what a brick of cocaine looks like, but based on Breaking Bad, that's pretty much my frame of reference for that sort of thing. And these always have a sticker on them that say that they were drug sniffed by a dog at the border. So that's cool. Good boy. So one thing that I do not like about getting yarn from Hobby Shoppy, which is where I always order my Elise Velluto, is that they pack it so airtight, which does, I'm sure, save them on shipping. This is dense in here. They use one of the vacuum seal bags, so there's no air in here. So every single time it feels like that I slice into this, no matter how delicate and gentle of a touch I put on it, it slices through the yarn. So we're gonna do this on screen and you can see how delicate I am. And we'll see here if we cut the yarn. I'm going to go underneath the tape here. I am barely going under that layer. Do you see that? Ever so gently. We're just going to do a little hole and then we'll just break into it like a heathen. Looks like I did not slice the yarn this time, but oh, I got to cut a little bit more because the tape was not wanting to break. with my Hulk strength. Oh my gosh, yep, I almost just... Okay, well, I have a little fluff on my scissors. These scissors are disgustingly dirty, by the way. So I think I might have cut through a little bit of the blue. It remains to be seen. I'm literally going right underneath the package here. I can't show you the top because that's where my address is, but I just sliced through. I just sliced through this green yarn right here. Every single freaking time, no matter how gentle I am. This is ridiculous. The last time this happened, a lot of you guys said, like, reach out to the manufacturer and get a refund or have it resent. The manufacturer for this stuff is in Turkey. And I, to be honest with you, don't have the bandwidth to deal with the language barrier, or like the time that it would take to go back and forth with them. Like, it's okay. These skeins are cheap because they are small. So these are only like $2 a skein, I believe. So it's not that bad. I can always use it for stuffing materials, you know, so I'm not that upset about it. I just would like for once for it to not be so airtight. Look at them in there, that I can open it without damaging my yarn. All right, I think I cut through the tape enough that I can just Hulk smash this now. Okay, so here is all of the Elise Voluto yarn that I got. It's interesting that they pay zero attention or mind to color organizing. I got a bunch of this brown color, and you can see they're just scattered about. They're not together. It's not like when you order from Premier or Hirschner's and then they send all of the same color in like the little bags. But let me show you what colors I got. All right, so, oh no. These don't feel good. But hang on, let me take them out. Let me give them the benefit of the doubt. They are in here so tightly, I can barely even pull this out. Maybe they're just squished. Okay, this one doesn't feel too bad. It looks a little rough though. That looks a lot rougher than most of the Elise does. Maybe I just need to let it air out and fluff up a little bit. But I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 skeins of this medium brown color. This is number 199. They do not name their colors, they just do numbers. So this is the 199 brown, and I got a bunch of this because I used up all of this color that I had making brown Stardew Valley inspired chickens a few months ago. So I wanted to get more of this because I just love this color brown. It's just like the perfect medium brown, a little bit caramely. It's not too muted. It's not too like yellow. It's just the perfect color, I feel like. And for whoever wins the giveaway for the 10,000 subscriber doll giveaway, if you guys want a doll that has a darker, more tan skin tone, then I really like using this brown shade for a tanner skin tone. This is the other brown color that I got that I like to use for the fairer skin tones, and I'll show you the difference in them. This one is in here so tight it almost lost its band here. I almost pulled it out naked. So this is color 429. I almost said 729. My dyslexia almost came out there, but I checked myself before I wrecked myself. 429 is what this color number is. And here is the shade difference. This one is ever so slightly darker, but this is the one that I use for like Merida back there. Actually, no, it's not. Merida is Sweet Snuggles. Scratch that. Forget that I said that. You know what though? I feel like this is a different color than what it used to look. Hang on. I have some of this color in my stash. So let me grab the, oh, wait a second. Did I order the wrong medium browns? I might have ordered the wrong colors. Give me a second. Oh no, I did, you guys. Okay, this is the color that I just pulled from my collection, 310. This is the color that I normally use for dolls. This is the brown color that I only got 2 of, but I wanted to get the 10 of that I wanted to use for the slightly darker tanner skin tone and for like brown chickens and things. But instead, I got 10 of this color because at first glance, I'm like, that's still a nice brown, but then I held it up to this one and I definitely like this middle brown way more than this one. So I have 10 of these. Oh no. This is what happens when they don't name their colors. Even if it's in Turkish, I feel like I could still memorize it better than these numbers. And these numbers don't even go in order, mind you. These are 1 shade apart from each other, and this one is 310 and this one is 429. You think I'm going to remember that, Elise Voluto? Oh my gosh. Well, I have 10 of these browns now. Let me know if you want any of this because I might actually sell this. And I'm going to have to place another order down the line for more of this medium brown because I only got 2 skeins and this is the color that I needed a lot of. Oh my gosh. I was talking last week when I did the like the pizza turtle and the pie turtle last week that this is the brown color that I really wish that I had for like the crust because is this not the perfect crust color? These skeins do look a little rough. They look very flat, which is unusual. Look, this is what the Elise Voluto from my stash looks like. And then this is the one that I was just sent. Am I tripping? Or does this look like worse quality? I don't know. Anyways, the saga of the brown yarns, you guys. How many minutes has this been of me talking about the brown yarns? I'm sure I'm going to get comments. You talk too much about the brown yarns. Move on. Nobody cares. You care. That's why you're watching this. Let me redress this skein here. The saga of the brown yarn continues because I got 2 darker browns. And this is color 493. And this is like a chocolate brown. These skeins look awful. They feel okay. They just feel really thin, like they have the visible string in them. I think that they're going to work up fine. It's just like, look at how tightly they pack them in there, that it just like destroys the bands. Yeah, these are only 100 grams, by the way, only 74.3 yards. So that's why these skeins are so cheap at like $2.99 a piece on hobbyshoppy.com. By the way, I will link where I get my Elise Voluto in the description box. So check there. I'm not affiliated with them in any way or like sponsored or anything. I buy all this with my own money. But you know what? It's for the business. So I do it happily. Next up, we have 3 of this really pretty shade of green. This is color 11. Why isn't the whites or the browns like in the beginning or the end? I don't know. This is color 11. I would classify it as like a celery green. It's coming off differently on camera than how it looks in person. It's quite similar to the Goblin green in Parfait Chunky. It's slightly lighter than the Goblin, but I got 3 skeins of this because this is a great pickle color. I also really like making pickles out of this Elise Voluto yarn because it's a little bit thicker and really squishy. So these make good like stress pet pickles. If, I don't know, you got some issues and you want to squeeze a phallic shaped item to relieve your stress, then that's what my Elise pickles are good for. So got 3 of those. Also, I kind of want to make another link from Legend of Zelda, and this is the color that I used for his outfit and his hat the last time. So I might need more of that if I do a link, because I believe I used 3 whole skeins on link last time. His hat took like a skein and 3/4 on its own, so I might need to get some more of that. Another green that I just got one of these lighter greens. This is more of a pastel green. Here, I'll show you the difference between the two. So this is more of a pastel-y green, and this is color 103. I don't really know why I got this one. I I already have 3 skeins in my stash. To be honest with you, I just try to hit the $100 order mark because I would much rather pay $100 for yarn versus like $25 for shipping. I am just one of those people who would spend more money to save money. So I got one of those. And then I also got 2 lighter greens. This is kind of like a light mint green. If you're familiar with the Sweet Snuggles colors, this is very similar to their, I think they call it baby green. And this is color number 464. And it's just like a really pretty pastel minty color. And I don't have any of this in my collection. So I did get some of those. Onto the oranges. So I got 2 skeins of this lighter orange. This one looks particularly bad. Again, it feels soft though. This isn't like Sweet Snuggles or Chenille Home Slim where it looks bad, you know, just looking at it that it's going to feel atrocious. This is not like that. All of these are still super soft and squishy and spongy. They just look like they had a rough night, you know? I am off center from the screen and I know that's going to piss some of you off. There you go. So anyways, this lighter, brighter color is color 550. It's kind of like a traffic cone orange, honestly, but I found myself using orange quite a bit for whatever reason. And I figured that orange would be good to have on hand with like the fall time coming up. I mean, it's not really coming up, but my next big market is going to be in fall. Which is my town's fall festival, which I am really excited to share that experience with you because it is a festival that's near and dear to my heart because it takes place here in my hometown. So I get to it's like you guys are coming to visit me at my hometown and I'll show you guys around like our town square, historic town square, that was built in like the 1800s and a lot of people that I know from like church and the eye doctor and like random places will come and visit me at these markets because it's here in town, local. So that is coming up in September. So after PopCon in June, I will have a couple of months to be prepping for Fall Festival, which is going to be a big market. Last year, it was my top selling market. Actually, it is my most profitable market to date still, but Comic-Con, I made more money because I marked things up to make back the booth fee, which was astronomical for the convention. But the Fall Festival was definitely a good moneymaker for me. And like I said, it is the most fun market ever. I have so much fun hanging out with my friends and family and stuff there. So I digress. I need to use a lot of fall seasonal autumnal colors for making things like candy corns and pumpkins and things like that. So I also got one of these more burnt oranges. This is color 06. Here are the oranges together. This one's just slightly darker, a little bit more muted. Like I said, this one's very like traffic cone. This is like Ryan's favorite color, orange, by the way. If you're wondering what Ryan's favorite color is. You know what? I need to make some more Junimo. I think I still have my orange ones, but I think I sold all out of my light green ones and my purple ones. So it's a good thing that I got an extra one of these because this is the color that I used for my light green Junimo that I sold out at the Renaissance Fair. Next up, let's do the purples. So I got 2 skeins of this really pretty like royal purple. This is color 44. I have never purchased this colorway from Elise before, and I really like it. I do not have a lot of deep purples. You might be able to see up there. I have some medium purples, and then it kind of goes into like the plums, I guess you could call them. I have none of this color, so I'm excited for these. Maybe I'll make some Junimo out of this darker purple too. I definitely feel like purple is one of the most common favorite colors. I feel like blue and purple are the 2 favorite colors like most commonly amongst people. I also got 2 skeins of this color, which is color 34. My dyslexia, I always get 4s and 7 mixed up. 378. 378 for these. That is 378. Make sure I'm not tripping. Yeah, $3.78. Okay, so this I have one little itty bitty little skein of. So I got a couple more of these because that little scrap is not enough for me to make anything out of. I definitely would need to break into another skein. So I got some more of those. I got this color. This is the first time I've gotten this like mauve-y pink color. This is color 98. And it's just a very interesting pink color. I tend to prefer pinks more on the red side of the color wheel versus like the true pinks. But this is really pretty. I like the dustiness of it. Don't know what I'm gonna make with this or use this on, but I guess it's nice to have the color in my collection. Next up, we have 3 of these true blue colors. This is color 141. I almost just said 7. 141. And again, this is a color that I have never gotten from Elise before. Isn't that just vibrant and pretty though? Look at how saturated that color is. I'm gonna need to make something fun with this. I feel like a lot of people are making stitches, you know, like Stitch, because the live action movie just recently came out, but I feel like this would be a really good Stitch color, would it not? Also along the lines of blue, I got 3 of these like medium, kind of teal blue, not teal, turquoise blue. This is color 16 why are these colors so random? For whatever reason, this is color 16, and this is just a nice medium color blue. Do I have any of this? I have a color very similar to this in Parfait Chunky, but I do not have it in this thicker yarn. This is also a 6-weight yarn similar to Parfait Chunky, but this I definitely think is more comparable in size to a Chenille Home Slim or a Sweet Snuggles if you have never worked with Elise. At the end of this video, by the way, I will link a video to my like full review the very first time I purchased and used the Elise Voluto, so you can get like my full rundown on like cost and how it compares to other yarns that I'm mentioning here, how it works up, even with like the visible string that you can see through it. See that? Can you see like the thread? I don't know if it's focusing well enough, but even working with that, all of that is going to be in the video that's linked at the end of this video. So you can check it out there if you're interested and have not seen it yet. The last color that I got from Elise Voluto is this light baby blue. This is color 218, and I have had 1 skein of this in the past, and I did use it up. You know, I do have a lot of baby blue though. Let me show you in comparison to, this is the Premier Chenille Brights. It's a slightly different color. The Premier Brights is a little lighter and more powdery. This one is a little more true, like baby blue. So they are very slightly different tones, but it might actually look cool if you mixed these, if you did like stripes in these, because it would almost create just like a variegated yarn look. I don't know, maybe I'll do that on a project. I have no projects in mind for most of these, by the way. I just needed to hit that free shipping minimum so that I can get my browns, which turned out to not be the right browns. So again, let me know if you would like to purchase like 8 or 9 of this color. I mean, this is a nice color. I'm definitely going to keep a couple of them. I am just severely lacking on space in my brown storage, as you can see. This right here is where I would keep all of these, and I definitely do not have room for 10 of them up there. So that was all of the Elise Voluto. Now let's open up the Premier, and there's new yarn. It's technically not a new line of yarn, just new colors. Well, is it considered a new yarn line? It might be. Let's look at the label. I felt like I was just threatening you there with my scissors. I apologize if that felt threatening. So Premier also has a shipping minimum, and within the United States, I believe it's $75. It's so pretty. Okay, so here is what the box looks like. So let's start with the boring things first, and then we'll get into all of the new stuff. So I got 3 skeins of this Premier Basic Chenille Brights in the color Kiwi. I purchased a bunch of this color. Actually, it was called Key Lime in Parfait Chunky. I still have a bunch of it, but I'm honestly not really using Parfait Chunky anymore. It's just too thin for what I like to use, prefer to use. So this is a very similar color. For the fall festival, I would like to make some little Grinches, which I do have a couple of that I made, oh my gosh, months ago at this point. If you have been on the channel for a while, then you might remember when I made all of the little Grinches, but I would like to make some more, and I thought that this color would be great for that. And it's a nice big size so that I can charge, you know, what they're worth in terms of time. Then this is kind of a random bag. I kind of like it though. It's reminding me of, like, what does this remind me of? Neapolitan ice cream, maybe? I don't know. Strawberry, chocolate, vanilla? I don't know. But anywho, we have in here a skein of blush. Is it what this is called? Yes, blush of the Premier Basic Chenille Brights. And I have all of my blush yarns over there in timeout. Do you see them up there? Because if you saw my organizing my yarn room video recently, I did not have any room on the pink shelf for the blushes. So I'm going to have to put this in timeout with the other blushes. Then I got 2 skeins of this medium brown color. This is called Steel Cut Oats. And you know what? I don't think that I've ever owned this color before. The closest color to this that I have had in the Basics Brights is the color Sand. I like this one a little bit more though. It has a little more color to it. The Sand is a little more cream than it is brown. So I do really like this. You know what? This is kind of the color that I wanted from the Elise Voluto. Okay, here's the Elise color that I wanted to get a bunch of, and then here's the Steel Cut Oats. So this one is lighter, as you can tell, but I do think that it would still be good if I wanted to do like pizza or pie crust or anything like that. So I am happy that I got 2 of these. All right, good. I redeemed myself ordering the right brown color in this yarn. Next up, I got a skein of this color called Mulberry. And like I said, I don't have a lot of deep purples. This color I feel like is very similar to the few dark purples that I do have, but it is new to me. So it's pretty. It's really pretty. I feel like this would be a good Gengar, like Pokemon Gengar. Maybe I can find like a free pattern for just like a little Gengar. Or I could do one of the Chonkymon. This would be good for a Chonkymon Gengar, I feel like. Then I got 2 skeins of the Premier Basics Brights in orange, the color Tangerine. And this color is similar to the Elise Voluto. It's a little bit lighter. Here they are together. Little bit lighter, but like I said, I feel like we're coming up on the season of oranges, so I got a couple of these too. By the way, I mix the Elise Voluto and the Premier Brights all the time because they are like the same weight, the same thickness, so I have no problem mixing them. Of course, the texture is a little bit different, but it doesn't bother me too much, honestly. Then the last of the old boring colors that I got is 1 skein of this color called Denim. And if I do decide to do a stitch, let's see, do these go together? Oh wait, no. What color did I say would look good for a stitch? Oh, this one. No, they don't go well together. This one is definitely more muted. I like the really saturated royal blue one. I don't know what I'm going to use this for, but I don't really have any of this color in my collection, and this is the first time I've ever purchased the denim color, and I only got 1 skein. So hopefully I don't start a project and then run out halfway through, because that's how I spend way too much money on yarn, because then I have to get more to finish the project and hit the shipping minimum, and you know the rest of the story. So let's talk about the new yarn. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is stunning. Ooh, doesn't feel amazing compared to the Chenille Brights. So this is why I'm wondering if this is considered a new yarn or just a new line within the Chenille Premier Basics line. So this is the Premier Basics Chenille tie-dye. So it is pretty much the same, but this one is the brights and then this one is the tie-dye. So I guess they are different, but they do feel the same. They do look the same, although just based on looking at these skeins, I can tell the tie-dye comes with a lot less yarn. Let's confirm though before I go on the internet spreading misinformation like everybody else does. This is 112 yards for the brights. This is only 75 yards for the tie-dye. I do not know why they do that. Like, I suppose that I could see it being more work to put the more dye colors into a variegated skein, but they sell it for the same price. I don't know. I don't like that. I wish I had gotten more though. I didn't even pay attention. I should have gotten more of each color because I'm going to be able to make very little with this. But how beautiful is that color, you guys? This is the color In Harmony. In Harmony. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh, what should I make with these? You guys are gonna have to give me ideas. All I can think of when I see fun variegated yarn like this is turtle shells, which, to be honest with you, I'll probably make a bunch of turtles with these, but like, give me some other fun ideas that I could use with this rainbow variegated. So there's that color, In Harmony. We're gonna save my favorite for last. Then there's this color. This is called Flower Child. We're getting very hippie here. So this is a really pretty purples and pinks and creams. This side is more pink. The underside is more purple. I almost wish that this one had a tad more color. This one, I feel like it will be pretty worked up. This is one of the few skeins. Sometimes when you're looking at a variegated yarn, it'll look beautiful, stunning, chef kiss on the skein, but then you work it up and it looks like dog water, as the kids would say. So I feel like this one's going to be the opposite. I feel like it's going to work prettier worked up than it does on the skein. I hope that's the case anyways. See, I only got one of these because, oh, you know what? They didn't send me all my yarn. I'm definitely missing some. I'm gonna need to check my my order here. Let me finish showing you what they sent me, and then we can compare what they sent me to what I actually got. So I have a second skein of the In Harmony. Then there's this color. This is called Technicolor, and I thought that this one was fun because it's more of like a neon vibe. That would also be pretty in turtle shells. There's this color, which is called Tropic Twist, which for whatever reason reminds me of the Fruit Loops bird, even though he's none of these colors. This one has like teal. This is like the color Caribbean in the bright, so that would definitely pair well with this. I think on their website they even have the chenille brights color family. So for example, with this one you might want to pair it with the tangerine. You might want to pair it with the Caribbean color. So that's really helpful. I mean, it's not too hard to just hold it up to your yarn stash and go, which does it go well with? You know, it goes well with all of those teals down there for sure. And then this one, I saved my favorite for last, like I said, but this is why I'm thinking they didn't send me my whole order, because I definitely got more than one skein of this color, and this is the only one that they sent me. This one also feels the worst. This is the color Peace and Love, and it is all of the pastels, because you know I am a pastel girl, but this one feels the worst. Do you see that visible thread right there? For Elise Voluto, it's fine. You don't feel that when you're crocheting, but on the brights, you can definitely feel that when you're crocheting. So unfortunate for me that my favorite color is the one that doesn't feel good. Let me stop recording really quick and check my order, because that was everything in the box. And yeah, I need to check. Hang on. Yeah, I ordered 4 skeins of this color Peace and Love, and they only sent me one, so I'm going to need to reach out to customer service, and hopefully they don't give me too much of a hard time. but I can use this video as proof. I promise you. I have all of my yarn right here, and I'm not hiding any of it. Here is my haul, and there's all of the tie-dyes down here. I only have one of that pastel color. Ignore my giant Marshall's trash bag, and the box is empty. So that is a major bummer, because I was going to make something this week with this yarn that I definitely need more than one skein of. But is this not beautiful? It kind of reminds me of like Easter in the best way. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at that teal in there. Oh my gosh, I need to make something with that ASAP. So after I'm done recording this, I'm going to need to put all of this yarn away and find a spot for it. Where? I don't know. Do I need to redo my yarn room again? Should I move my office into the guest room and move the guest room into this little tiny room where only a twin bed can fit? Would that be mean to my guests? Maybe. But you know what? My business comes first. I need a sip of my sparkling Starburst Ice Strawberry. I gotta stop drinking these when I'm filming, because then they always make me like bubbly, and then I burp, and then I have to cut a bunch out because I keep burping like a teenage boy. By the way, y'all are so cute. You guys have been sending me cases of this to my P.O. box via Amazon, and thank you. I appreciate you. I've already gone through 2 cases. So before I show you what I crocheted this week, I just wanted to give some shout outs to those of you who have bought stickers and give you a very important sticker announcement. So I felt bad. So a few weeks ago, when I showed you guys that I was launching stickers on my Etsy shop, and I told you that I would have a special edition Katie the Celestial Homebody sticker with my autograph on it that I would give to you for free if you came and saw me in person at an event, a festival, a market, a convention, whatever. And a lot of you guys were like, well, I guess I'm never going to get one. And then I felt bad. So here's your little update. You can now purchase the Katie the Celestial Homebody avatar sticker with my autograph on it on my Etsy shop. I will link it in the description box for you. These are all waterproof stickers, but if you do come and visit me at a convention, I will give it to you for free. Just so that you have, you know, something, a memento, a commemorative experience to remember our meeting by. So yes, you can all get one of these now. And also, if you would like to, I have also made the Celestial Homebody logo on this really pretty sparkly star laminate paper. So this is also available in my Etsy shop. So you can get both if you want to complete the entire homebody look. By the way, for this week only until June 15th, it is free shipping for all of my stickers in my Etsy shop, and $2 flat rate shipping international, except for Europe. I don't ship to Europe because you can't not have returns and exchanges. And since most of the stuff in my Etsy shop is custom, stickers aren't, but like a lot of the art is, I do not do exchanges or returns, and that you can't do that in Europe. So I'm sorry if you are a European customer, but I am not able to ship it to you because of your laws there. But free shipping, $2 for international, free for domestic United States, baby. Speaking of Europeans, if you are watching this, important announcement for you specifically. Commented on my 10K giveaway video. She is located in Europe, and she is asking if anybody would like to kind of like pair up with her and do a carpool situation for sending me your tapestry squares for the community project, since shipping in Europe is crazy expensive, quite apparently. She was wondering if anybody would like to just send them in with hers and you guys can split shipping. So I'm going to put her username up on the screen. If you're watching this, can you please comment on this video? I will pin your comment, and then people can like get in touch with you. If you have an Instagram or email or anything, let people know in the comments here how to contact you. So if you are in Europe and you want to send me a square for the community project, but don't want to pay full shipping, hopefully you guys can get something worked out. So thank you so much for that offer. That's a great idea. Great idea. We're in all favor here of saving money wherever we can. But I was going to do a quick shout out to the orders that I have to pack. So Kimberly ordered a professional hobby collector sticker. She was also one of the first people to get both the Katie autograph sticker and the Homebody logo sticker. So thank you so much, Kimberly. I appreciate you. Then we have Stacy's mom has got it going on. Stacy ordered a professional hobby collector sticker and a little Katie sticker. Thank you so much, Stacy. All of these orders are going to be on the way to you today, by the way. Then we have Allison. Allison got a professional hobby collector sticker. You can tell what's the most popular sticker, the professional hobby collector. She also got a Snitches Get Stitches sticker and a clear crochet helper soot spray sticker. So thank you so much, Allison. Then we have Sue. Sue also got a waterproof professional hobby collector sticker. We have a different Allison who got a professional hobby collector sticker in the waterproof version. And Laura, who got a professional hobby collector sticker. Thank you, you guys, for all of the love on this design, by the way. This was the very first sticker that I ever designed, and I'm so happy that you guys are loving it. Next, we have Maura, and she actually got this for her daughter, or these stickers for her daughter. So she got a Pink Pony Club sticker with we'll call it OG 80s My Little Pony inspired pink pony on there. And she also got a virtual pet parent sticker. She said that her daughter loved Webkins, maybe still does. I still love Webkins. Can we hashtag bring Webkins back? Actually, I think that it's still a thing, but it's completely different now. They just completely did away with the plushies, and now you have to pay for having the virtual pets. No. We like the plushies. But anyway, so she got the virtual pet parent sticker. So thank you so much. I hope that your daughter loves those. Almost done, I promise. 2 more. Amanda, thank you, Amanda. You got 2 Pink Pony Club stickers. Who are you going to give the other one to? Are you keeping one for you and giving one to somebody else? Are you giving both of them away? I don't know. Let me know. And finally, our biggest order, I think maybe ever, we have Jen. Thank you so much, Jen. So Jen got a couple of my Animal Crossing / Pokemon crossover inspired fan art stickers. So she got a Clover, who is inspired by Eevee, of course. She also got a Faye, who is inspired by Sylveon. She got a Yuki, who is inspired by Glaceon. She got a Lisa Frank-inspired heart, which is really just a rainbow heart with a cheetah print laminate. Look how sparkly that is. These, by the way, are not waterproof. I did put that in the listing. And I only have a few of maybe 4 or 5 of these left. So if you want one of these, you got to get it soon because they are almost gone. She also got a Remy Let Me Cook sticker. She got a Crochet Helping Squad sticker. She got a Highland Cow sticker. Sorry, a Highland Coo. Right, my Scottish friends? Ryan and I may or may not be planning a trip to Scotland. I don't know how serious we are about it because it costs a lot of money. But just letting you know, in the not far away future, we'll probably be going to Scotland, and we'll definitely do a UK meetup with you guys. But anyways, we have a Snitches Get Stitches, and she also got a Katie autograph sticker and a Homebody logo sticker. And since she ordered so much, I also threw in a little freebie for her of the Animal Crossing Celestial Squad Can you focus on the sticker and not me, please? There you go. So thank you again so much, Jen, and everybody else who purchased stickers. If you purchased this week and I did not say your name, it is because it has already been packed and on its way to you, and these are going to be on the way to you by the time you're watching this video. So thank you so much for all your support. Don't forget to take advantage of free shipping on stickers if you would like to get some stickers. All right, I know some of you are going to be real upset with me that it's taken me this long to get to what I crocheted this week, but I don't have that much to show you because, as I said, we had company and I've been playing my Switch, so let me show you. You know how last week I titled the episode, Where Are the Turtles? I feel like I kind of wasted that title on last week's because this week pretty much all I made was turtles. Not sea turtles. I made a bunch of little land turtles. So look at these guys. These are so cute. So this pattern is Tofu the Turtle. And I want to say it's by Meg's Makes. I will link it in the description box as I do with all the patterns. And I wanted to make a bunch of these because if you know me, you know that I don't like making a bunch of the same thing. And sea turtles, I do not like making a bunch of because of their flippers. These guys are great because they just have normal little bobble legs. So they're very quick. These guys take me about 20 minutes to make. And I had a bunch of this variegated yarn. This is chenille brights in the... I think it's just variegated chenille brights. I don't think it has a special name like the tie-dye that we just looked at does. But I believe this color is called Springtime. But I had a couple skeins of this variegated and I was like, I kind of want to use it up knowing that this premiere shipment was about to come in. I needed to make room. So I did 2 turtles with this color and I did one in the Caribbean, the body. And then I did one, this is the Elise Voluto, that lighter green color. Don't ask me. Do you remember what shade name this was? What shade number it was? I didn't think so. This is why I never tell you the shade numbers of Elise Voluto. You think we can remember that? No, ma'am. We have 2 of this blue, yellow, green variegated, which is really pretty. Then I also had this color, and this I want to say is called Pink Lemonade, but I call it Sunset because to me it's like sunset colors, the hot pink and the orange and cream and burnt orange. It's pretty, but I ended up pairing this one with hot pink to pull out some of that hot pink from the shell. I actually did 2 of these, and these I really like batch making. I just make a bunch of their shells and then make their heads all at once and then do their bodies. And in total, like I said, one whole one takes me 20 minutes. I did time it twice to make sure that it, wasn't like a fluke or anything. It took me between 18 and 21 minutes each time. And, but I do batch make these. I enjoy doing that a lot. The shells are super easy to do, very, very mindless. So look at how pretty this color is. This almost looks tie-dye, doesn't it? Even though this yarn is called tie-dye. Can you imagine this is a turtle shell? You guys, next week I might be showing you more turtles. I'm sorry if you don't like the turtle talk, but so there are those 2. And then I just wanted to use up an entire skein of this Pink Lemonade color because I had 2. So I ended up doing 2 more turtles. On this one I did light pink, even though that color is not in the variegated of it. There is fluff coming all off this. Do you see all that fluff? She looks like she has like pubes. But anyways, I did a light pink just because I felt like it matched the color palette. And then I also did a yellow because the color is called Pink Lemonade. At least I think it is. So we got the pink and we got the lemonade, right? I love these guys. Are so cute. They're fun to hold like this. I don't know anybody who's walking around with a plushie like this, but that's how I like to hold them. So those are all of my Premier Chenille Basics Brights variegated shell turtles. Then I wanted to try some of the Parfait Chunky XL Sprinkles yarn because I've had it for a while. I don't know if you can see it. It's up there near Remy. But anyways, I have two colors in it. One of them, I use an entire skein of something that I'm about to show you here in a second. But the other one, it's called Primary. So I wanted to do a turtle with this shell, this rainbow shell. So this is the Primary colorway in this Parfait XL Sprinkles. If you notice, I did not do the little banding around like all of the other ones had. And to be honest with you, it's because I didn't want to waste the yarn on it. I am going to be making this turtle the same price as all of the other ones. And this yarn is incredibly expensive. It is about, I think it's $8 a skein, and it's only 74, 76 maybe yards, which is like as big as Elise Voluto. So that is crazy expensive. So I did not want to waste any more of it doing the banding. It also, you can tell the shell turned out a lot bigger than the basic Sprites did, because this is a jumbo yarn. This is just a bulky yarn, or a super bulky, whatever this classified as. This is a 6, this is a 7. That's what I know. But I did pair it with chenille brights, and it still works fine with the chenille brights. It just looks a little bit more domed, you know. Also, a couple of you guys mentioned that you also have this pattern and you struggle with the these little guys not standing up, and I do too. They typically, when they're sitting on a table, they are actually, this one's sitting up fine, but usually they're top heavy and they tend to like fall forward. So when I display them at a market, which you'll see in a couple of weeks when we go to PopCon, I kind of line them up like this on the table, and then it kind of looks like they're in a human centipede style Congo line. And then they all stand up because they're supporting each other's weight. So that's how I display these guys. When you're down to one of them, then it's just going to tip over. You know, there's nothing much you can do. Besides putting like beads or something in the body of it to make it like a weighted turtle, I don't know what else you could do to make them stand up straight. So also last week, I showed you guys the pizza turtle. So I just modified that little tofu the turtle pattern to look like pizzas. And thank you, Archangel Dusk, who is actually going to come see me at PopCon. But they commented and said, did you know that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle voice actors are going to be at PopCon? And I was like, wait a second, this is an opportunity. And I did look, and I did not realize how many voice actors were going to be there. The last that I looked was when I signed up for the market, and they only had a few, like a handful, maybe 4 or 5 people confirmed way back then. But there's going to be a lot of people there, like Professor, what's his face from Arcane, the little mustachy hairy guy. His voice actor is going to be there. Oh my gosh, Debbie Derryberry is going to be there, who's the voice actress for Jimmy Neutron, which I might need to go get me some Jimmy Neutron action, because that was one of my favorite childhood shows. But there's going to be a lot of really cool people there. But I was like, well, we got to do some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff. So I made some more pizza turtles. Now, last week, I told you guys that you could easily modify these by changing colors around the head here and doing a band for a mask. But I made 4 pizza turtles, and I ultimately decided not to give them masks because I'm not sure who the most popular Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle is, and I didn't want to make one of each and then be stuck with a Donatello, because nobody cares about Donatello. You know what I mean? Everybody wants the Raphaels and Michelangelos. So I just left the masks off, and I think that it still is close enough, you know, like a hat nod to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles enough that if somebody who's a fan of the show sees this, then they're gonna know. Also, look at that pepperoni work. My Italian ancestors would be proud. I tried cutting this felt on the Cricut. I got it all set up, got Cricut Design Space all ready to go. Went to try to cut it with my little rotary tool, because that's what you have to use to cut felt on the Cricut. And it was not like scanning it correctly. Very little in this world causes me more frustration than working with the Cricut. Am I the only one who feels this way? Either it's not reading like the guidelines correctly, it's miscutting things, Cricut Design Space is glitching or crashing after you spend hours working on something in Design Space. It's just most of the time a nightmare. So I ended up just hand cutting all of the pepperonis. I even cut a couple of them in half, so it kind of looks like they're baked into the crust. Pepperoni work is superb, although I did burn the bejesus out of my fingers, so pizzas look great, but I did sabotage any hope that I ever had of being a hand model. I wish that I had this Elise Voluto color for the crust. I just feel like this would have been a better crust color. But this, I ended up using Chenille Home Slim, I think in the color Sand. I don't even remember any of those colors. It's been so long since I've gone shopping at Michael's for the Chenille Home Slim, since they haven't had it. So I don't even remember any of the shade names. But this is a little bit light and muted, but that's okay. That's okay. So we have 4, including the one that I made last week. We have 5 pizza turtles. I do feel like these are going to sell for sure. I'm just not realizing that this is kind of like a part 2 of last week, because I have another reference to last week. So last week I showed you guys the birthday turtle that I made, and you guys loved it so much. So many of you were asking me to write a pattern for it. So I am but your humble servant. So I did write a pattern for it. It is available on my Etsy, but in order to write that pattern, I needed to make another turtle so that I could get like progress pictures for it. So happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. His flame was a little limp there. Sorry about that. That was embarrassing. So remember earlier how I said that I used up an entire skein of that Parfait XL sprinkles? I couldn't think of the name. I think my singing woke Celeste up. So this is the colorway called Garden Party. And I thought that it just kind of encapsulated that funfetti look, you know? I hand painted these eyes like I did last week as well. And I went with this really pretty like teal. It's actually a color shift paint, but I also put some dark blue sparkles in there. And then for this cake, I did an inverted of what I did last week. So I did a pink cake with white frosting. And then I did this like mint and teal candle to bring out some of the colors in this variegated. So if you're wondering about that other birthday turtle, it actually went home. Somebody bought it from me, so that went to its new home. This one turned out a lot bigger than the other one. Because this is size 7 jumbo yarn, I did use a really big hook. I think I used an 8mm on this, or a 8mm. It was 8. I did use the same size hook, the 8mm, for the Fluffy Flex, and it is not, I mean, like, there are teeny tiny little holes. It's definitely not as taut as I normally like my stitches, but I didn't want like the head and the flippers to be completely disproportionate to the body. Since I was writing the pattern for this, I wanted to make sure that everything looked okay together. So I did not change my hook size when I did the body, but I still think that it looks fine. It's still high quality in my opinion. This is definitely going to be an expensive turtle because of how expensive this yarn is. This turtle probably has $15 just in materials for it. So I'm thinking I'm going to do a $65 price on this one. But if anybody is interested, if you have a birthday and want to get yourself a birthday gift, hit me up on Instagram or Etsy messages and I'd be happy to oblige. So yeah, if you would like to make your own birthday turtle, or you know what, you could use this for any occasion, a graduation. I think most graduations are done by now, but anniversary party, and you could even go the extra mile and embroider something like a name on the cake, happy anniversary, happy 30th anniversary, and give this to somebody, happy graduation, or congratulations class of 2025, whatever. I think that that would be a good way to customize it. And how cute of a gift is this? You could do their favorite kind of cake. You could do the fluffy flex and do a funfetti cake or a chocolate cake. I just love how colorful this guy is. So the last thing that I made this week is actually not for a market, and it's not for me. This is a baby shower gift for my cousin Madison. I'll put a picture of us together on the screen. Madison and I were super, super close growing up. She lives with pretty much the rest of my family in California, so we have not seen each other in a long time, but we still like Snapchat each other all the time. She is a total nerd like me, but like to the next level. Think of the nerdiest nerd that you know. That is Madison and her husband Mario. I love them to death. They are the D&D players. She collects Stitch plushies. She loves Toothless. They go to all the comic conventions like in San Diego and stuff because they live in Southern California. Loves Star Trek and Star Wars. So Pokemon, oh my gosh, like literally any nerdy fandom that you can think of, these two are a part of, and I love them for it. So that made buying their baby shower stuff very easy because I got them some cute like Stitch baby things. But I'm so sorry if you can hear Paisley in the background. She's like itching and she always kind of like growls because it feels so good. But anyways, I wanted to make her something for the baby that's not practical. We're giving them a couple of Celeste like hand-me-downs with the practical stuff, but just something that's like really from the heart. And her favorite Pokemon is Wooloo. Here's a picture of what Wooloo looks like. It's kind of based on a sheep. So I wanted to do a little like toddler snuggler that was a Wooloo. So here is what I came up with. This is free-handed. So here's little Wooloo. And it is pretty big. This is definitely like not a baby size. This is more like an older baby or like a toddler size. So I used up pretty much all of my Big Twist Posh in black and white and Baby Bear in like this gray color, but it was worth it for Madison because I love her so much. But as you can see, for the body, I just did like this blanket style, and then I just freehanded this little, I don't know, pointy border. It's kind of hard to see, but it's just kind of like this little pointy border. I was gonna do scallops, but I felt like scallops were too feminine, and they are team green, so we don't know if they're having a boy or a girl, so I just felt like this was good either way. Again, I freehanded this, so there are some things that I don't love about it. First of all, the ears. Wooloo's ears are a lot more rounded, less pointed, but you know, I'm being nitpicky on myself. This took forever. Look at all these bobble stitches in the head. This took me like 3 days to crochet, and then for whatever reason, crocheting blankets and things that are straight, I feel like I crochet so much slower. I don't know if that's like all in my head, but I swear that I crochet in the round faster than I do going like back and forth. Maybe it's just because this is super repetitive, and I think that crocheting blankets is boring. I like changing it up and using different colors and shapes and sewing every once in a while. But you know, it was worth the work, because I know that she's just going to flip out when she sees this, because Wooloo is such an underrepresented Pokemon. The eyes, I feel like, I don't know, they're a little creepy, but also Wooloo is a little sheep, so it kind of has creepy eyes. I feel like I could have made them a little bit bigger. I also gave him some eyebrows because I felt like it was missing something. Wooloo doesn't have eyebrows, but I feel like this makes it just cuter. And then a little heart-shaped nose for the baby. And yeah, all of this is Baby Bear and Big Twist Posh. So here she is. I know that Madison and Mario and the baby are going to absolutely love it, and I hope that I get to see them soon because they have not yet met Celeste. And it's funny because Madison and I are almost exactly a year apart, and she is due on Celeste's due date. So Celeste was born a week early, so our kids are going to be like exactly a year apart. So that's just crazy, like ironic that that's the way that it worked out. Real quick, let's talk about the whole Michael's getting the what's the word, intellectual property from Joann's. I did know about it. I had already gotten a hint that they were going to be releasing something called Posh Pearl, which would be a knockoff, if you will, of the Big Twist Posh. At the time, I thought that they were maybe just like making their own formula for it to fill the need in the market now that Joann's is no longer in business. But apparently, I did not know that they had actually purchased the intellectual property and the rights and the formula and all of that stuff to the Big Twist brands. So you might be wondering how it works with the Hirschners also buying Big Twist. That is still the case. As of right now, what the two companies have said is that Hirschners will be carrying the Big Twist Value and the Value Plus, I believe. And then Michaels is going to be taking over the Big Twist Baby Bear, Big Twist Posh, and Big Twist Twinkle. So if you are a plush lover, unfortunately, neither company has said that they are going to be producing the Big Twist Plush. I'm very happy that I stocked up. Do you see all of it up there? I have a bit to last me a little bit. I don't use it that much anymore, to be honest with you, but I am happy that I have it. And that's why I also didn't feel too bad using up my stash of the black and the white and the Posh and Baby Bear, because I knew that Michaels would be getting it soon. Now, there are some theories that Michaels not going to hold up their end of the bargain and actually not going to be bringing it to stores, or if they do bring it to stores, it's only going to be a limited time. That remains to be seen. I'm going to choose to have faith in Michaels that they are going to release it, even if it's for a limited time, in which case we're just going to kind of be back where we started when Joann's announced that they were filing for bankruptcy and everybody went and panic bought all of that stuff. It's just going to be the same situation where everybody's going to know that it's limited. Everybody's going to go panic buy it, and they're not going to ever have any in stock. Yeah, I will keep you guys posted. I was going to do like a whole little video announcing the news, but before I even got around to it, you guys were already sending me DMs on Instagram, which, by the way, thank you for that. So I was like, y'all already know about it. Like, you don't come to me for news. Are you kidding me? We're so unserious here. Don't forget to set your reminder for this upcoming Sunday if you want to hang out with Ryan and I, play a little Mario Kart, little friendly competition between the husband and the wife. Whose team are you going to be on? Are you going to be on Team Katie or Team Ryan? I know you're all going to be on Team Ryan. Oh, by the way, members, if you have not heard, you have a new emoji, a little Ryan emoji holding some cheese balls. All right, I will say adieu, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.